What's up, everyone? Andy and Steve from WagerTalk.com. Happy 4th of July to all of us fellow Americans doing the road to millions today. Not totally a light day in sports, so we thought probably should do a show here. There actually is a lot going on, and it's always a great day to make some units here. So, Steve, what do we have for everybody today?
So we'll start it off with taking a look at last night's play and then move on to the bets for today and look at some of the weather at Wimbledon. We'll go over how our 5% UFC play was canceled, take a viewer question, and then we'll move on to the streak of the day.
The streak of the day is going to be fun because we got to talk about Marcus Simeon yesterday and that wild game and what happened to him. But let's get to last night's play. Nice little 2% add onto the bankroll. Twins get it done. I don't know. It kind of no sweat, but kind of sweaty. So what'd you think of it?
I mean, it was a little sweaty. The Twins were losing for the majority of the game, and then we came into the eighth inning, knotted up 4-4 in the bottom of the eighth, and they had their big rally. Actually, it was 3-3. They scored 5 runs in that inning, and then it got a little sweaty at the end. Anytime that the runner comes up, the guy batting can hit a home run and win the game or kill the spread for us. It's a little sweaty in that regard. But when you look back on it in the finals, 8-4, we did have the run line, obviously, so we needed the 2-run victory, but we got it.
Yeah, I mean, that game ended with a guy on second and third.
And like I said, one swing of the bat right there, and our bet is 8-7, and we're cooked.
Yeah.
So
in the end, this is the nice thing about taking full games with bad bullpens. The Royals have a terrible bullpen, and that really rears its ugly head. When we went on that crazy run on the Arizona Diamondbacks, I believe it was 2 seasons ago, that was part of it. It was just the Diamondbacks had this horrific bullpen that if the game was close and they brought in their bullpen, it was like, we got this.
Yeah, and that was a big part of the thinking last night with Austin Cox on the mound. He was making only his second start of the season. He was a reliever for the majority of the year, and he got lit up in his first start. He only pitched, I think, like 3.2 innings and allowed 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 walks. So we knew that we were going to get some run out of that Royals pen last night, and that's where the Twins got the job done in the eighth.
Took a little bit, but eighth inning, we end up cashing. So that was a great one. Happy to get that 2% on added to our bankroll. So, real quick, if you're a first-time viewer, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. But if you have not seen the original Road to Millions video, just look on Monday, June 26th on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. That's the original video where we explain what the Road to Millions is, how we're trying to make 3% a week, and how we can turn $1,000 into $1 million over several years just by using the power of compound interest. So if you have not seen the original video and you're kind of going, what is all this? Take a look there. Also in there, if you haven't gotten the Bankroll Builder spreadsheet, it's free. The link is in the description from the original video. So you can just click on the link. You'll download your spreadsheet. Please follow the instructions. The instructions are right there on the spreadsheet. We also go over the instructions in detail in the video. That way you got your free spreadsheet that you can keep track of your bankroll and you can follow along with us. So, all right, let's get to bets for today. Here's what we have up right now. We have our MLB pack for July 4th. We have 3 plays. That's the most bets we've had up on a day, maybe all season. Just a great day for bets. A lot of great spots, right, Steve?
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, we're usually 1, 2 plays a day, sometimes even passing on a slate. So yeah, I think 3 plays might be our max on the season so far this year. But we had some, like you said, we had some great spots circled for this week, and I think we have 3 great ones for tonight.
Yeah, so hopefully keep those MLB profits rolling in. It's been a good week. Our reset day is Wednesday. So even though we were 1-2 over the weekend, we were 2-0 before that and 1-0 last night. So MLB is a nice source of units over the last week. Golf pack for the John Deere Classic is up. Hoping to grab a few units there. It's not a great field. It's actually probably the worst field of the year. The course is ridiculously easy for these guys. But we can always find a couple plays to bring in some units. And then Lacrosse is back. The Premier Lacrosse League, they took a couple-week break to play a big tournament, but they're back. We already have 2 plays that is up. So if you got our 30-day pass last week and you're locked in, make sure you're getting all those plays. And then The UFC, Formula One, and Wimbledon, we're going to be coming out with those plays over the next couple days. So just turn your alerts on. And if we have any additional packs, we'll let you all know. But for those long-term subscribers, just keep your text and email alerts along because they'll be coming through. So we mentioned we have to talk Wimbledon weather. So what's happening is some of the matches are being suspended and they're getting delayed. And some of the matches that we have involved in some of the parlays have been moved to tomorrow on Wednesday. So the reset day tomorrow is going to be a little funky. It always kind of is with these tournaments where we have all these plays and parlays that are linked to several days. So bear with us. The weather is kind of throwing everything into a little bit of a tizzy. But more plays will be coming out once we get past the first round. But we'll go over where everything stands tomorrow on that one. 5% play in the UFC. Gosh dang it, that play had been up for, I want to say months. Definitely over a month and weeks, and one of the fighters canceled today. So we will take care of everybody. It's I don't know what we're going to do, but it really sucks if you put the bet in already. You're just you're stuck with the other leg of the parlay because our 5% was the parlay. So the odds on the other leg are not terrible. So we'll figure out something though. It's just a little bit of a bummer. It does happen in UFC. It's just part of UFC betting, but just be aware that actually that happened. So we'll just have to deal with it. So, all right, Steve. Let's get to a viewer question here. It's about our units here and how do we bet? So, thank you very much for writing in and leaving it in the comment section for your units, i.e., a minus 110 bet. Do you make a $110 wager to win the 100, or do you bet 100 to win the $90.91? Steve, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So we bet to win the unit. So in other words, we're going to risk the negative 110 to win the one unit. And if it's a plus money play, we'll risk the 100 to win, the plus 120, plus 130, whatever it may be. We're going to be risking that the juice listed amount is what we'll be risking to win that unit or win that $100.
Yeah, and then the underdog, we just bet the actual unit. So the 1%. Yeah. If we have a plus 120, I'm just betting the 1% and hopefully going to win the plus 120. So hopefully that clears that up for you. If not, just leave another question in the comment section. So, all right, let's move to the streak of the day. We have to talk about Marcus Semien yesterday. Talk about why the streak of the day is important. So just to let everyone know, the streak of the day is not a play. It's actually a play that was really close to making our card, but we found a reason to not play it. And yesterday was the perfect example of we found one little thing that was wrong with the play, and it ends up not cashing in a 12-11 game. So, Steve, go over Marcus Semien real quick. What we expected, what happened in the game, and why it didn't cash.
Yeah, Semien had been riding a hot streak. He had went over, I think, in 7 of his 9 games prior to yesterday. He had struggled against Javier. He didn't have the best track record against him, and Javier was a pretty strong pitcher, so we shied away from it. And in a 12-11 game, you look at the box score, and he goes 0 for 5 with he doesn't score a run, doesn't get an RBI, nothing, complete goose egg. So we dodged the bullet there. It's one where you look at it and you say, there was one little thing there that took us off the play, and that's what we're looking for, is to nitpick and find that one thing to take, to decide if you're going to take or not take a play.
So in that game, the 1 and the 3 batters for Texas went 0 for 10. But everyone else, the back of the order, crushes it. It's a bizarre box score. But you did a great job on that one, Steve, kind of hunting down. And the crazy thing was Javier just got torched. 4.1 innings, 9 hits, 8 earned runs. So he was terrible.
Yeah, it's just the starter in a 12-11 game. You got to anticipate that though. 12-11, he doesn't get a single statistic leading off. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So that was yesterday's streak of the day. I'm glad we laid off. So today's streak of the day, this is an interesting one. It's minus 115 on both sides. You can make the case for both. We are not playing this. We just thought this was an interesting one. to look at. It's Josh Donaldson, Mr. 160 himself, but when he does hit, it's always like a home run. So talk about Josh
Yeah.
Donaldson here today.
Well, he's really struggled on the year. He's only went over this in 9 of 27 games. He missed April, most of April, and all of May with a hamstring injury. And like you just mentioned, like someone in our chat mentions, he has 11 hits on the year, and 8 of them are home runs. it's just so it's all or nothing for this guy. He's either going yard or he's doing nothing. The reason why you're going to look over, though, is because he's 6 for 16 against Kyle Gibson with 3 home runs. And the long ball is how he's getting this done. So, he's 6 for 16 against Gibson, like I said. And Gibson has really struggled. In June, he had a 6.84 ERA. In his last 2 starts in particular, he's really struggled. So this is one where it's negative 115 on both sides for a reason, because you have both sides of it. You can make a great argument for either side on this play today.
Josh Donaldson, unbelievable, man. Yeah, when he makes contact, it goes yard. So
yeah, 8 for 11, 8 out of the 11 hits home runs, and like you said, like a 130 batting average or something on the season, below 200, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, pretty terrible. So, I believe that is going to do it for us. Just a quick little recap of the plays that we have up right now. MLB pack, go grab that. 3 plays on July 4th today. We have the golf pack, and myself and Nick will be recording the golf show tomorrow on Wednesday, so that will be up. We have a lacrosse pack for this weekend. Like we said, UFC, Formula One, and Wimbledon. Those plays will be coming out over the next couple days. If you do not have a long-term pass and you're interested, just go to the player profile page, go to Andy Lang's profile page, and you'll see the deals that we have up there. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a happy 4th. We'll see everyone tomorrow.
Happy 4th of July.